Ladies and gentlemen, it's Apple Music One. It's the E-Bro Show, man. We talking to the bro, Ty Dolla Ign. Featuring Ty Dolla Ign is the album that's available right now. How long we waited for you, man? We waited like 3 years since the last project?
Yeah, I said it's been 3 years. If you want to count the deluxe, then you'll say 2 years from the Beach House 3, but...
Let's go with 2. Because what I don't want to make the people feel like is like Ty Dolla Ign ain't been giving us heat, because that's not the truth.
It's pure cap if you try to say Ty ain't been giving us heat, because, you know, just like I named the album featuring Ty Dolla Ign, you can see all the features. I've been doing music this whole time, and it shows, so...
Is it hard to put together a project because you do so much work with so many people and you're helping others? How do you balance that? Like, how do you even, I mean, you help everyone and you love helping everyone. And then when it's time to be like, yo, I'm gonna put my project together, how hard is that process to shift?
It's not hard at all. You just gotta take time out. You know, shout out to Ty Dolla Ign for taking time for himself, you know, and blessing us with this album. Like you say, he does help everybody. But,
yeah.
you know, I just had to take the time out for myself and just zone in, you know? So it was fun the whole time. It wasn't hard, you know? The music comes from God, so I just be accepting, let it come through me and dish it right back out to the people. So shout out to everybody out there listening. Thank you for your time. And, you know, featuring Ty Dolla Ign is finally here.
You have always made sure on every project to keep your brother and, you know, family a part of the aesthetic. Like, family is really important to you.
For sure.
And you make sure that's in the forefront. I know it's very hard for you to talk about. I notice your body changes whenever you're talking about family and your brother and everything y'all went through and still going through right now. But please share with the audience and everybody that's followed your journey, just, you know, talking to your brother. I'm assuming that's him talking on the album too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was on basically track 1, and then he's right before Real Life, and he's right after Your Turn. Like you said, it's very important to include families, family first. I couldn't have done it without my family, and we just wanted to give our fans the update on what's going on. And basically, we got a new team helping working on his case. Shout out to Weldon and Jessica and everything they've been doing, and, you know, we're just gonna fight until he's home. So, still in the works, and you know, we still fighting. And shout out to everybody that supported this whole time. And we gonna work on it until he's home, like I said.
Were you able to play the album for your brother? Like through the phone? Are you able to have that kind of time with him?
He didn't hear it before it came out, but now that it's out, he heard it, and you know, he gave me a.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
He loves it, first of all. And then he came up with a whole treatment for Real Life. He's like, yo, he got this whole little treatment for me to do. So I'm gonna put it together and make it happen. But it's a crazy idea. And shout out to Roddy and Mustard as well, too.
I'd love to hear from you as a producer. You know, when you look at like the greats, like a Quincy Jones, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see you in that aesthetic, you know, in that zone, a modern day Quincy Jones who is a jazz musician, did TV show theme songs, produced the music in a Broadway play, The Wiz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, when Michael Jackson was trying to figure out his teenage, young adult years, got him right with Off the Wall and Thriller. If you could, let's say, be someone, an artist's Quincy Jones, like you were like, look, I want to do a whole album on this person.
It's funny, I was just thinking about this last night. I was thinking about asking my fans, like, after hearing this album and hearing, like, what I did with this, like, who would y'all want to hear me produce? I didn't ask the question yet, but now y'all hear it, so, you know, fill me in on who y'all want to hear, and I'd be down for sure, you know, to go in on somebody's album. I would love to do a whole album with, like, YG, for instance, or I would love to do a whole album with SZA, you know, and produce her whole stuff.
That joint y'all got hit different is crazy.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. And shout out to Pharrell and Chad and SZA. That one came together so clean. And yeah, she's one of the hardest. It's so many. I could do, you know, produce so many. It's just gonna take time for sure.
You and Mustard are brothers, man. Like, you know, I know you've told the story 1,000 times. You know, he was somebody that you gave the knowledge to, right? Like, Mustard was coming, he was DJing. He was like, yo, here go the keys to the kingdom, man. Make some hot shit.
When he first came around, he was DJing, he was just talking shit. We was bagging on each other. The whole time, I'm not even noticing he's there for a purpose. He's paying attention. He's watching over my shoulder on how I'm working the different programs, how I'm working the MPC. And one day he was like, yo, let me get some sounds. So I gave him a pack of sounds, and he started using Reason at the time. He ended up making that one, the first YG mixtape that went crazy. And the next thing you know, he made Rack City for Tyga. And after that, it was the domino effect, like hit after hit after hit. So shout out to him and everything he's been doing, from the music to life. You know, just got married, 3 kids, just lost all that weight. Like real
worked hard on that weight, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
real
he worked hard on that, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I got a question. So when y'all collab now, which there's a number of collaborations on this album, how does it come together? You know, what is he bringing? Like when you collab with Mustard, your expectation is?
I trust Mustard when it comes to music. I feel like, you know, he started first as a DJ, so he knows what the people want to hear. Like on some Quincy Jones shit, I feel like he knows each different artist, like, all right, this one needs to do this set of beats. You know what I'm saying? This one needs to do this.
Right.
This will uplift your artistry. You know what I mean? And like, since he knows that, that's what makes him a true producer instead of just like one of these dudes out here doing beats. Like on his beats, I ain't even gonna lie, I didn't really have to change nothing. Certain people give me shit, and I was like, all right, let's change out those drums, or let's change out that bass. His shit, it was it. You know what I mean? And he does it every time. He got it down. So super proud of him.
Track 6, very interesting. It's just called Track 6, and it's Track 6.
Yeah.
The song is so dynamic. It has R&B elements, hip-hop elements, jazz elements. The structure of the record, I feel, is definitely not like your everyday. Like this was, you put something together here with Kanye, Anderson .Paak. Who else is on this joint? Thundercat, who's jazz all day. I love that dude, man. Was that what the atmosphere was creating this record? These dudes, I mean, Anderson .Paak on the drums, Thundercat, you know, he plays, Thundercat's on the bass too, right? He played the bass too, don't he?
He's on the bass.
Yeah.
Yep. Legendary bass. The best bass player alive. Straight up.
Straight up.
Yeah, Kanye, basically how this one happened was, and how the whole album happened, this is just over the last few years of me just doing music and going around and perfecting it and getting it exactly how I want it before I dropped it. So when it first started off, this is while we were doing Yandi in Chicago. Boogs, it came with the piano loop. We were just in the studio freestyling and with the stage mic, me and Kanye. He came with that hook. I'm like, that's dope. And we did 1 million of those. And that one I took and I was like, all right, I'm gonna finish this one. So I did a beat to it alongside my brother, Damn James. We just perfected it out there in Chicago. I did my verse. And then when I came back to LA, I went to Andy's studio. I'm like, yo, I got this joint I think you would be fire on. Like, you know, let's mess around. So I pressed play, he loved it. He told his engineer, all right, let's go. I'm thinking he's gonna grab the headphones, get on the mic. He goes and sits on the drums. Everything already mic'd up, perfect. Slow down the piano, play some other pianos on top. He hops on the drums. Shout out to Ali too. Ali played on that too. And then Thundercat pulled up. He played some bass on it and then did some vocals. And it's like that, you know? I just thought it was gonna be legendary to have not only Ye and I, but like AP and Thundercat. And the fact that we got to do it live at the end was just like, wow. So that was like one of my favorite songs created on the album, next to Your Turn, which is also fully live, and no Logic, no Ableton, no Fruity Loops, no metronome, just fully live, and that was super fun as well.
Do you see yourself ever doing a project that's everything live, or collaborating, you know, with the Terrace Martins and the Robert Glaspers and these guys that are these jazz renaissance hip hop zone, and like doing that? Is that does your heart beat for that?
Are you psychic?
What do you mean?
Nah, me, Robert Glasper, everybody that you just named, Terrace, we all got songs, like a lot of them. It would just be me feeling like it and putting it together. Over this quarantine, I definitely been with them, definitely been with Thundercat a lot, been with my pops a lot, and Mike Moore, and we just been cooking, and we got like, even Party Next Door came through, and he hopped on it too. Like, we got a whole live little thing. It's just finishing it and putting it out and putting it together and trying to make it top featuring Ty Dolla Sign. If it's not topping it, then it's not gonna come out. Cause that's what I try to do as well every time. I gotta like go above what I already dropped. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man, I don't know. We might have to put, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we might have to put a commission together. I've had to do this before in the past with people like Ty Dolla Sign, where we go in and we commandeer their material because they hoard it. They keep it from us. And we gotta go in like on some real Navy SEAL shit and commandeer that shit and get it to the people, man. You got the sweatshirt on, so we gotta get to the song. Expensive, you and Nicki Minaj. Yo, Mama Minaj, what up, man? Congrats on the boy. You know what I'm saying?
Congrats on the boy, man.
You in the parent game with the rest of us now?
Man, it's so much love and like good vibes that went into this featuring Ty Dolla Sign, cause like not only was Kay pregnant when she did her part, so was Nick, man. And Nick came through to the video pregnant. I just felt like, man, she didn't have to do that. She did it, and this was like literally like a month before, you know? I really appreciate her, and I just feel like she's just one of the realest that I've ever worked with, especially to be at that level and beyond the level, just to be at that level, you know what I mean? When she did the joint. So love for life to Nicki.
Let's talk about you and Kid Cudi, man. You know, Kid Cudi's a rock star in his own regard. Temptations. How long have you been sitting on this? You know, I'm not quite familiar with Kid Cudi and how he creates, but, you know, he's not somebody that, you know, comes outside too often.
Yeah. We created this a while ago, but just been perfecting it to get it exactly how I want it. Everybody always says the last few weeks before you put out the album is when all the magic happens. And magic did happen on this one. I was working with James Blake on some other stuff that we haven't released yet. I shouldn't even have said that, but yeah, it's coming, guys. And James came in, started playing some keys on it, and did some vocal parts on there as well. So that was dope. Skrillex, he's like, I respect him just as much as like you say, Quincy Jones, Dr. Dre, Jay Dilla, like all the top producers. That's definitely Sonny. I just thank him for his time, you know, on the record and helping out, not only producing, but with the mixes as well and just guidance. He's one of my favorites for sure. So it was dope working with him. Cudi, a boss, and like just one of my favorite artists of all time. And every time we lock in, it's been amazing. So shout out to Cudi. More music on the way as well.
Kanye West, FKA Twigs, Skrillex. This came from a great night, I'm sure, but amongst all y'all, or this happened over?
Yeah, it happened over time for sure. It was a lot of pieces. At that time, I call it, I was attending Kanye Musical School University, you know what I'm saying? I was learning a lot from him and seeing how he did records. I definitely picked up a lot of like his production styles on like how he would, you know, use different people as instruments or different producers. Also, I learned a lot from Mike Caren from working with him back in the day. So there's like 10, maybe like 25 different versions of this song. I'm probably wrong. It's probably 99. I just wanted it to be perfect, from like me trying some drums on it, not using them. Boog's trying some drums on it. I end up using his. Diplo tried some stuff on it. I didn't use his. Shout out to Diplo. Nothing, you know. Sonny did some drums on it. I kept his. My brother Serpent with Feet, he did some vocals on there and he killed it. He's one of my favorite artists out. He also got the Serpent with Feet interlude, so shout out to him.
Yep,
and his album's coming,
yep.
His singles coming. He's like I said, one of the best male vocalists in the game for sure. Best artist in the game as well. This other dude named Jarius, I met him on Instagram. He was a singer, would put out a video of them singing. He would put that in the middle and then put like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes of his vocal doing like the low note, the middle note, the high note, some ad-libs, and just stacking harmonies, and he kills it. So I was like, yo, I need your voice on my shit. And I got him on a lot of the album. I flew him out and, you know, just got him popping. So yeah, he killed it.
There's so many records on here, man. I could sit with you all day, man. There's a lot of amazing music on here. Track 19, Dr. Sabi. Why was that important for you to put on here, man?
Dr. Sabi, one of my favorite tracks on the album as well. Shout out to D-Mal. D-Mal, what I love about him is he's a real musician. He sees my vision, and like I told him, like, all right, we're gonna go from Time Will Tell, and then it goes into powder blue after that. My vision on that was whatever the last chord on Time Will Tell is, I need that to mathematically go into, powder blue. So we went through chord changes and we also went through tempo changes. And when I'm playing Thug, all the records on, that I'm working on, I'm not thinking he was gonna do it, but I really wanted him to do it. And I was so glad that he was like, all right, pull up the So he sat at the computer himself and recorded himself. He knows how to work Pro Tools. Like, you don't run into many rap dudes that go fully in. So shout out to Thug for not only like working the computer, but following the chord changes and following the tempo changes and smashing that shit. And like one of the lines in there that he said, he mentioned Dr. Sabi, and I thought it was dope just to like call it Dr. Sabi. And if you don't know about it, you see it and it'll make you want to look it up and see what it means to your life. So, shout out, rest in peace, Dr. Sabi. Shout out Young Thug. Shout out D-Mile. Here y'all go.
Ty Dolla Sign, my guy, man, thank you so much for your time today.
Appreciate you, man, always. And you already know, whenever you're ready to get up, let's do it. As soon as I come out there to the east, I'm pulling up.